What transpired between Caitlin Clark and Paige Bueckers has astonished fans, players, and pundits alike. This wasn't just any basketball move. This was a powerful message, a power shift, and a moment that is already reshaping the future of women's basketball. What did Caitlin Clark just do? It was unexpected, and Paige's reaction even more astonishing. In today's video, we break down Caitlin Clark's jaw-dropping move on Paige Bueckers, which is changing everything in the world of basketball. Whether you've been a fan for a long time or are fresh to this next-generation rivalry, what you're about to hear will change your perspective on both players. Make sure you stay till the conclusion, because believe me, it only gets wilder. For years, basketball fans have spoken Caitlin Clark and Paige Bueckers in the same breath. Two generational talents. Two court generals who are rewriting the rules with each step. But beyond the smiles and mutual respect, something simmered. A hidden rivalry. Not simply who is better, but who will determine the sport's future. Caitlin, with her logo threes, deadly precision, and shameless confidence, has emerged as Iowa's dominant figure. Paige, on the other side, is the icy technician, calculating, flowing, and always 3 plays ahead. When they were in high school, they were already being dubbed future legends. But, until now, we hadn't encountered a situation in which that strain detonated. Until now, something unusual occurred at a recent off-season scrimmage. Caitlin Clark arrived prepared not only to play, but also to send a message. Caitlin took the court in front of a packed gym full of former WNBA stars, scouts, and media members, and instantly turned up the heat. Paige got possession of the ball early in the second half and was calling a play. Caitlin, known for her attack rather than defense, suddenly pressed, full court, slapped her hands, and hollered across the floor, "Let's see what you got, Paige." The energy of the building altered immediately. What followed was a 3-minute period that left everyone stunned. Caitlin blocked Paige's shot before pulling up from over 35 feet and draining a deep 3 while staring directly at Paige as the net snapped. On the very next possession, she crossed up her defender and threw a no-look dime that had the crowd ecstatic. It was more than just highlight basketball. It was supremacy. But this is where things became much more intense. Paige did not back down. The fire in her eyes shifted. The next few minutes became nothing short of a personal duel. No substitutes. There are no plays currently running. Only 2 basketball superstars faced off in a duel that felt more like Game 7 of the WNBA Finals than a casual scrimmage. But, how did Paige react? Graceful. During a timeout, she approached Caitlin, smiled, and said something recorded on a hot mic. "I see you now. It is on. There is no anger, there is no frustration. Just a quiet, assured caution, as if to say, you've awakened something." This moment may not appear on a scoreboard, but it caused a shockwave throughout the basketball community. The footage went viral as soon as it appeared on the internet. Hashtags like #ClarkVSBY, and #Rivalry renewed became popular within hours. WNBA stars weighed in. Sue Bird wrote, "That wasn't just a moment. That was a message." Diana Taurasi retweeted the video with 3 fire emojis, writing, "THIS is the future." Even NBA stars joined in. Damian Lillard stated on a podcast, "These two could legitimately headline a pay-per-view." And just like that, what was supposed to be a quiet summer scrimmage became a watershed moment in women's basketball history. Brands took notice. Within days, reports circulated that Nike and Under Armour were both aiming to capitalize on the rivalry with campaigns that may include one-on-one televised bouts. According to ESPN sources, there is already talk of focusing the upcoming NCAA season's promotional packages solely on the Clark Bueckers story. This was more than just a heated scrimmage. What Caitlin Clark just did on the court shattered the concept of who genuinely controls the game. Paige Bueckers had long been seen as the chosen superstar. However, despite injuries and time away from the spotlight, Caitlin Clark took this moment to go into the ring and proclaim, "I'm not only part of the future, I am the future." But that isn't the whole tale. Because doing it against Paige, and with Paige answering with fury rather than fear, has upped the bar for everyone. We no longer see Caitlin and Paige as adversaries in the background. They have become the focus of the story. And when do the WNBA drafts take place? This rivalry could be the best thing that has happened to the league. Marketers understand this. Broadcasters understand this. What about the fans? They are asking for more. Here's why this is more important than any box score or stat sheet. These moments impact the culture. Girls all throughout the country are watching this rivalry evolve, not as background noise, but as the primary event. This is not about imitating the NBA. This is women's basketball creating its own narrative. Caitlin Clark, with her brashness, confidence, and razor-sharp game, simply became the spark. Paige, with her cool, cold killer approach, strikes the right balance. They are not simply competing, they're building something. Recruiters are currently hunting for the next Clark-type or Bueckers-style players. Young athletes are imitating their movements on TikTok. Women's basketball highlights are increasingly receiving equal attention in the media, and this one moment, is this just one game? It simply fast-forwarded that timeline. So, what happens now? According to sources, Clark and Bueckers will certainly square off again during the NCAA season, and it might be the most viewed college basketball game of the year, whether men's or women's. ESPN is already developing a documentary-style program on both athletes coming up to March Madness, and there's discussion of a joint NIL agreement in which both of them may appear side by side in a new campaign encouraging competitive female athletes. This has never been done before. What about the fans? They are ready. Because of what Caitlin accomplished, people are no longer watching out of curiosity. They're watching because the rivalry is real. So here's the bottom line. What Caitlin Clark just did to Paige Bueckers was not about scoring, trash-talking, or being dominant. It was about creating a new tone, a tone that suggests the spotlight has arrived, the intensity is rising, and women's basketball is no longer waiting for permission to shine. Caitlin has just sparked the match. Paige had just stepped into the fire. What about us, the fans? We get to witness history unfolding in real time. Click the like button if you're ready for the greatest epic rivalry in college basketball to take over this season. Also, leave a comment. Team Clark or Team Bueckers, which side are you on? Don't forget to subscribe. Trust me, this is only the beginning. If you've been following Caitlin Clark for even a short time, you'll notice she has a unique build. But what she just demonstrated wasn't simply skill, it was mentality. That scrimmage was not intended to be competitive. No ranks, there are no titles on the line. But Clark entered the gym as if it were Game 7. That is the difference. That is what distinguishes a highlight maker from a history maker. Following the event, a video surfaced showing Caitlin being asked whether she came in to prove something. Her response, "I never stop proving. That is just who I am." That one sentence conveyed everything. Her game has always been flamboyant, but this moment demonstrated that it stems from a genuine hunger, a desire to be the standard, not just a player in the discourse. And the way she channeled that competitive fire, especially in front of someone like Paige Bueckers, demonstrates that she is well aware of the moment. She understands that this is about more than just individual success. It is about legacy. It's about the impact. Don't count out Paige Bueckers. If anything, Caitlin's vigor stoked a fire that had been smoldering silently for months. Bueckers has had to sit back and watch other players rise since her injuries forced her to leave the spotlight. But that doesn't imply she vanished. It suggests she's been learning, training, and regaining her strength. According to sources close to the UConn team, Paige is more committed than ever to improving her game, expanding her range, and focusing on leadership. And now, with this public challenge, she has an opportunity to reclaim her place in the spotlight. She does not speak as loudly. She does not need to. Because Paige plays surgically. She dismantles defenses like an engineer, recognizing angles that most players never consider. What about her comeback? It isn't just physical. It's psychological. And if you think she'll let Clark take over the story, guess again. We may be witnessing the return of a more deadly Paige Bueckers than we have ever seen. This rivalry is more than simply two great players facing off. It has become a defining storyline in women's basketball. And the timing could not be better. The WNBA is expanding. College viewership has reached an all-time high. Sponsorships and NIL agreements are coming into the women's game. And now, two of the sport's biggest performers have provided fans with something to unite around. A rivalry reminiscent of Magic versus Bird, Kobe versus Duncan, or even Serena versus Sharapova. Caitlin and Paige are now the official faces of the movement. And their struggle is about more than simply scoring and assists. It's about visibility. Every time these two face off, more eyeballs are drawn to their displays. More jerseys are sold. More headlines are written. Young girls who watch YouTube or attend college gyms now have clear, compelling role models. And that alters everything. They've elevated the standard, not only for themselves, but for the entire sport. Behind the scenes, coaches and scouts are already making adjustments. They're not simply developing teams. They're building brands. Every college coach is now asking, who is our Clark? Who are our Bueckers? Recruitment methods are moving to focus on athletes who provide not only talent, but also personality, presence, and leadership. The WNBA front offices are paying careful attention. Rumors claim that organizations are even planning their future draft plans around which of these two will come in first. And it's not just about being game ready, it's all about star power, media attention, and fan appeal. Meanwhile, huge marketers such as Nike, Adidas, Gatorade, and even Netflix are watching the battle evolve as if they were producing the next hit series. Consider a documentary, a collaborative shoe line, or even a national advertising campaign starring these two. It isn't just plausible, it's unavoidable. Why? Because the marketplace has spoken, and the tale is heated. It is already happening. Fans are drawing lines. Social media is rife with Team Clark and Team Paige conflicts. Highlight reels are being edited, metrics are being compared, and passionate disagreements are illuminating comment sections like never before. But here's the truth. No matter which side you're on, the game is the ultimate winner. This is not like other sports rivalries that split fan bases. This one is elevating the whole sport. It injects new vitality, innovation, and cultural importance into a league that has long earned this level of recognition. From high school gyms to national television, this rivalry is giving fans a reason to care. It is not simply a matter of who is better. It is about what happens when greatness collides. Years from now, when films and Hall of Fame speeches are written, this moment, this violent debate between Caitlin Clark and Paige Bueckers, will be remembered as a chapter in women's basketball history. People will question, when did the game change? The answer is simple. Caitlin Clark stared down Paige Bueckers. Paige grinned back. This was not a fight. It was a signal, a warning to the world. Women's basketball is already here, and with two queens leading the way, there is no turning back. If you believe this rivalry is the best thing that has ever happened to college basketball, hit the like button right now. Leave a comment and tell us who you're rocking with this season, Team Fire Caitlin or Team Ice Paige. Don't forget to subscribe, because as this rivalry heats up, we'll be giving you every moment, every battle, and every mic drop move from the two most electrifying players in the game right now. This is not a highlights reel. This is history being made.